Record heat and elevated fire dangers to impact much of central and eastern Australia in the coming days. And we can see that firstly with our heatwave product. While it is triggering for some areas, where we're going to see that record heat, it's not triggering so much. That's because at the Bureau we define heat waves as 3 consecutive days where both the maximum and minimum temperatures are well above average for this time of year. And those conditions are being met through parts of Queensland and northeastern parts of New South Wales in the coming days. But the heat that we're experiencing further to the south and west of there is only just one hot day and night, as I'll show you quickly. As we move into midweek though, you'll see this heat risk contracts into northern parts of Queensland and the NT, while still lingering through northeastern parts of New South Wales. But by the time we get to the end of the week, we'll see those heat wave conditions really starting to pick up across much of northern Australia. But it is the near record heat that I really want to focus on today. And firstly, this is the maximum temperatures forecast for this afternoon through parts of South Australia, Queensland and northwestern parts of New South Wales. As you can see here, we're looking at temperatures in the low to mid 40s. This is typical of summer, let alone mid to late October, and that's why we could see a number of record temperatures occur through inland parts of Australia today. And that heat doesn't move much as we move into tomorrow. It just slightly moves further east and also south as well. So we could see another day of near record temperatures for October, I should say, through western and southern parts of Queensland, northeastern parts of South Australia, and also northern and northwestern parts of New South Wales as well. But then our focus will see this heat shift down into eastern parts of New South Wales on Wednesday, and that's going to cause some pretty elevated fire dangers and be combined with very strong winds as well, which I'll show you shortly. Sydney could see 38 degrees, and we could get up into the 40s into the western suburbs of Sydney. And then we'll see that heat on Thursday move into southeastern Queensland with temperatures around 35 degrees through Brisbane, but we could get into the high 30s as we get into western suburbs. So what does that look like in terms of fire dangers? Well, there's not much wind today and tomorrow through parts of northern South Australia, Queensland and New South Wales. So we're just looking at moderate to high fire dangers today and tomorrow. Note the high fire danger risk does start increasing tomorrow through much of South Australia and Queensland, but it really is on Wednesday where we're going to see a big increase in fire dangers for much of New South Wales, with high fire dangers expected for many districts. And at this stage, we're expecting extreme fire dangers for the Hunter, the Sydney metropolitan area and the Illawarra, as these hot conditions are going to be combined with strong and gusty winds, possibly damaging for some of our elevated areas as well. So what's driving all of this? Well, firstly, we can see we've got a surface trough line through inland parts of the country, and that's dragging down some hot north to northwesterly winds into central parts of the country today and again tomorrow on Tuesday, where we see those temperatures again getting up into the 40s with the mid to high 30s extending right across inland New South Wales. But the driver of this heat towards the east coast will be this low pressure system in South Australia. That's going to bring widespread rain and storms in South Australia on Tuesday and then into Victoria and inland New South Wales on Wednesday. And we do have a severe weather update on that, so make sure you check out the video for more information on that system. But on the north side of this low, that's going to combine with this trough and drag that heat down into eastern parts of New South Wales on Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon. We could see winds gusting 60, 80 kilometres an hour through coastal areas and possibly reach 100 kilometres an hour for elevated areas around the Illawarra escarpment and also out towards the Blue Mountains, etc. So that, combined with temperatures in the mid to high 30s, is leading to those extreme fire dangers. The only saviour is the air is not going to be super dry as we'd normally see with these conditions, so there's a little bit of moisture in the atmosphere. But regardless, hot, dry and windy weather likely on Wednesday to lead to elevated fire dangers and extreme fire dangers for our populated centres through the Hunter, Sydney and the Illawarra. But thankfully, as you can see, by Thursday night a cool change will be moving right across southeastern parts of the country. But unfortunately, we're likely to see the heat continue through much of Queensland this week and even into the weekend. So with lots of heat ongoing around the country and elevated fire dangers with damaging winds midweek, particularly around the Sydney, Hunter and Illawarra areas, make sure you stay up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings via our website and app, and we'll continue to keep you updated here at the Bureau.